You're not just a teacher, you're a leader. When I was a teacher, I used to really dislike when people would say, I'm only a teacher. No, 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 no. You're not just a teacher, you're a leader. One of the biggest mistakes we make in education is believing that leadership begins in the principal's office. It doesn't. Leadership begins the moment a teacher closes that classroom door. Whether you realize it or not, every classroom has a leader, and that leader is you. So when I talk about teams, and I'm talking about finding a symbol like my blue chair to represent your leadership, I am talking about teachers also. In all my leadership videos, I see teachers as leaders. You are the leader of your classroom. When students walk into your classroom, they immediately begin asking themselves, am I safe in here? Does this teacher like me? Is this teacher prepared? Does this teacher know how to handle challenges in the classroom? Immediately, when kids come into the room or students walk into the room, they ask themselves that question. The teacher answers those questions before they begin the lesson. Students learn more from what you do than what you say. Leaders are prepared. Because if leaders are prepared, students are prepared. Leaders are respectful. When we're respectful, they're respectful. If if we prepare through challenges, they learn to persevere. And I know someone's out there probably saying, but sometimes they're not respectful. I'm going to ask you, then who's the leader in the room? Let's start putting together some strategies and a mindset that is your classroom. You set the rules, you set the climate, you set the expectations. And one thing I know about students, and I'm talking about working with urban students for 30 years, is they watch everything you do and everything you say. Just like I said about principals. Those students size you up the moment you walk in that room. The moment you post your classroom rules, somebody gonna break them on purpose. The moment you say, I'm going to give you a positive reward, if this happens, they're going to make sure you do what you say. And whenever a teacher gets to the point that they do not do what they say, then they no longer become the leader of the classroom. The students become the leader of the classroom. Teachers, see yourself as the leader in that room. Do not stand in front of your students and say, well, the principal said we can't do this. Well, the principal said we can't do that. No, no, no. You talk to students as if you are the leader. If the principal said there's something that you can't do, the students don't need to know that. What you tell them for? You tell them as if it was your rule, not the principal's rule. They need to see you as the leader of that classroom. The principal is the leader of the entire school. But you are the leader of that classroom. And I need you to see yourself as the leader so that those students will respect you, so that those students will learn from you, and so that those students will not run you out of the urban classroom. I hear it from teachers all the time. I just can't do it. Oh, yes, you can. And it all starts with your mindset that this is my class. So what I want you to do, I want you to walk into your classroom every morning. I want you to create the classroom climate that you need for yourself first. Beautify your room. Put plants in your room. Put quotes around your room so that the room feeds you first. If the room feeds you, it's going to feed the students. I guarantee you, they're watching everything that you do. They want to see that you're the leader. Because in urban education, the students come in the room thinking that they can do what they want to do. Why? Because so many teachers have allowed them to do it in the past. But not you. Because you are the leader in your classroom. So what I want you to do this week, when a kid comes on, watch every student as they come into the room. Greet them, eye contact, call them by name, try to remember something special about them, and tell them that you care about them. I also want you to understand that the classroom culture has a reputation that you want it to be very positive for you and your students. Be the leader of your classroom, teachers. Be the leader of your classroom, and you'll see everything so different. So when I talk about leadership, I'm talking about leadership on every level in the school. And we all know, without great teachers in the classroom, nothing else in a school is possible. So teachers, I want you to lead fearlessly. And I want you to love those kids hard. And love means accountability, expectations, rules, consequences, and positive reinforcements. Lead fearlessly, love hard, and please tell them, remember, if nobody told you they loved you today, you remember I do, and I always will.